Recruiting has been started. I don't think we need to do the recap again, because it was kind of self-explanatory. And mostly for...
Big City and Cloud need to go further down to get to the bottom of the chasm first.
Yes. Okay.
We're still in the part of the game where we've been told no, you don't allow access to the open world yet.
I'm gonna roll initiative.
You're almost there.
No, I know.
Let me get the Cypress dice out. I forgot I use a different set of dice for Cypress. Purple heart dice, let's go. Made of wood. He gets the wood dice.
Do you want me to write down the initiatives to me and her?
Yes, please. Hold on.
Jesus Christ, Cypress.
I guess I don't have another dice.
That was a really bad roll.
Where are we meant to be on the map? Oh, okay.
Upper middle.
Okay. My roll 20 just took 8 years to actually show anything on the map, so I was just seeing a bunch of pixels like, I don't know what we're doing.
I was right next to...
No, come on. Don't be like this.
I'll roll my initiative again on the turn order, but...
Oh, let's not be right there.
That was way better than my actual roll.
I'll be back.
Yes, do what you need to do.
Initiative...
Then let me get on the turn order. Selected, good.
God. A whole ass 5 for my initiative, guys. That was great. Purple dice fucked me today.
The actual initiative that I rolled was exactly the same. Wait a minute. Wow, okay. Incredible. Joe, every time I call something incredible, I hear you say it.
Has
the
it
way
really
you always
become
do.
that much of a vocal tick for me?
You always go, incredible.
You do that.
Yeah.
That's very true.
The cadence is important.
I was not aware it had become that much of a vocal tick.
Oh yeah, like when you're reading through stats or something while we're like, like when you're DMing and like, it's really cute. It lives in my head.
Rent free.
There's a little joke that compliments things in my head. That's so cute.
Or sometimes it's not like incredible. Sometimes it's like incredible. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like when it's awestruck and it's more like amused, but it's like sometimes the emphasis is different. But the Joe incredible is real.
I'm trying to remember. There's a phrase that
The
PK says that lives in my head.
You haven't gotten the oh for fuck's sake version? Which I think...
That's also definitely a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
The sarcastic incredible.
Yeah, I'd not realized it had become a vocal...
To lay out this scene again for you.
Yes.
You are all standing in the middle of crumbling catacombs that intricate sort of stonework and mosaics on the wall only just barely like comprehensible from the age and the dust covering them. In front of you is a small sort of raised platform with an altar area that seems like at one point it must have been used for ritual, but now most of that is pushed off to the side or hidden in corners, and you just see essentially mummification tools. And there were 3 bodies laid out on the floor next to each other, each in its own wrapping, that Renza had gone to investigate, partially because from the rest of the catacombs, which you can see, mummification was not exactly a traditional practice. And one of them reached up to grab Renza's arm. However, it is the one in the middle that's going to be going first.
Hate that.
As it sort of groans as like the one moves and it seems to waken the other two, kind of shifting and changing. And this one stands, like sort of moving slow. You can see the dust that had settled on it, like fall off of it as it sort of sits up and then pushes itself standing. You can't make any features out of the actual body. It's all hidden away. But it is going to sort of stumble forward over this table and is going to put itself here because that's as much as it can move this turn because it's got a shit speed.
Haha.
Evens for Adhara, odds for... It's gonna go for Adhara.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's gonna make an attack. And it's gonna roll... Hold on, I need to get my calculator out because I'm being tasked to add 2 digits that are too high that I'm higher than I'm used to. It's gonna roll a 36.
Girl.
Whoa.
Hashtag girl.
Hashtag girl is
and
right.
I'm going to...
What did they see?
Yeah. I'm going to need Adhara to also roll a fort save.
Okay. I was very flippant about that, and then I looked at what the number they get on fort saves is.
It's gonna take 16 points of damage as the arms sort of slam into Adhara.
That's fine. Not ideal, but that's fine. $17 on the fort save?
Okay.
They are immune to a couple of things.
Alright, what are they immune to?
Death effects, disease, and poison.
Okay. Okay, good to know. Delete that note to myself. It does kind of like its arms kind of wrap around, like kind of grab onto like one's on the side of its of their mask and the other kind of like on the body. And Adhara doesn't seem to really like that a whole lot.
Understandable.
Cybus.
Hello, guy in front of me. You're a mummy. So. Ooh. I want to, grab him and try and cast Frigid Touch.
Okay.
Which, is a melee touch spell attack.
Alright, make your roll.
Oh god, I forget how my spell modifiers work again.
Take your time. I'm giving everyone like a lot of grace because it's been a hot second.
Mm-hmm.
It's my for spell attacks, it's my charisma plus my base attack bonus, right? If I'm...
Yes.
16?
That'll hit.
Yay. Okay, gotta grab my d6. And that is... I rolled 2 1s, a 5, and a 6. How do I do math? 13 points of cold damage.
Okay.
13 points of cold damage, and there's one other thing. And causes the target to be staggered for 1 round.
Alright. Motherfucker is staggered.
Yes.
Staggered idiot. And that's my turn.
All right. I need to check exactly what staggered does real fast. Okay. All right. It is these two guys' turn. The one that is grabbing onto you, Renza, is going to use it to kind of pull itself up, and is going to attack you. Attacka.
Rude. Probably fair, but rude.
It can only make one attack though, because it did stand.
My bonus for... Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay. That's going to be a 16.
That's a miss. Even my flat-footed, that's a miss.
Okay.
Oh,
You manage to pull your arm out of its grasp, and it kind of swings at you, but you sort of dodge very neatly out of the way. The other is going to stumble to its feet and is going to follow its buddies. It also cannot move very far. No. So it's just going to start to stumble its way down the stairs here. Renza.
Well, this is a shit show of a situation.
Where did Elith go?
Where did Elith go? I don't know where did Elith go.
Did you accidentally put them in the walls?
No,
see
they were
Elith.
right in front of the frog.
I thought
You guys see
Ellis is
Ellis?
right there.
I
see
just
Ellis.
No, I see Ella.
It's
I
like
just
Ellis
put it
keeps, like,
back.
coming back.
Okay.
I don't know.
it was there. I didn't move it. I just put another one.
Huh.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
We're all neurotypical.
Yeah, because you can highlight them to find them, and I when I highlight one, there's no box around mine.
Hmm. Honestly, considering how hard that hit was, I am strongly considering putting the big one in a pit.
There's a little.
You're going to destroy all of this precious artifacts?
No!
You destroy artifacts?
No! It is an extra-dimensional space.
Man.
The space can be on anything, and it is... it does not actually destroy what the surface is on.
I was more imagining it like collapsing into the pit with him.
That's fair. Yeah. Fair point.
I might make a pit if you want, but I was like, okay. Bye all of these objects and items.
Objects and items.
There's a boy getting his face stretched on the camera, by the
I
way.
saw him.
Yo.
Oh my god.
You know
literal
what?
boy moment.
Step one. I'm gonna get myself in a little bit of a better position to be casting, which does mean I'm gonna take an opportunity attack, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be fine.
Okay.
And that is pull the mace and cast warding weapon on it.
Mm-hmm.
So they will get an opportunity attack right now, but that'll be fine.
28.
Yeah.
Make me a fort save.
Oh, buddy.
That's fine. Now, I do actually need to check one thing that Renza's got, because that might affect the DC very slightly. Would you call this a saving throw against a death effect?
No.
Okay. So it does not. So, first I'll roll the concentration, and then I will...
That's going to be 13 points of damage.
Fucked up, if true.
And it is true.
Damn.
PK, how do
Those points
concentration
do
checks work in
damage.
this?
Bestie, concentration. Never. Why do I bother trying to speak English?
Because you're an intelligent being?
Choking him.
Choking him.
He just wants
I'm so sorry, Joe. What was the question? My brain did a fried egg moment.
Concentration check. I'm figuring out how they work.
Your concentration check. Oh, sorry.
Yep, go ahead. It's your game.
Your concentration.
Okay, I can see.
Yeah, it's going to be 10 plus damage dealt plus spell level. Oof.
That's alright. So how much damage did you do?
I did 13.
That's actually doable, because, I've got plus 12, so as long as I roll 13 or higher, I'm fine. So, fortitude concentration check, and then I'll do the fortitude save for you. Wait, or vice versa. No, fuck. That is a 26 on the fortitude save.
That, on the fort save? Yep, okay.
And that is even higher on the concentration check.
Alright, you're fine. Looking at this table, they have two different concentration check DCs. If you're dealing with wind that has rain or sleet, or if you have wind with hail or debris.
I mean, that's kind of fair.
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Pathfinder is
Weather
stupid. The
conditions.
thing is, it is stupid.
So the weapon gets surrounded in that, sort of gold that is the silver's for the magic, gold's for the... Anyway, it gets surrounded in that and starts sort of floating loosely over Renza's head. Prepare to accept any opportunity attacks that are going to take place from the next time I try to cast. Because I remind you, I'm a caster.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Fair.
Why did you do that?
Anything else you gonna do, darling?
I think... Oh, that's only a standard action. Do I want to test that they've got more than one opportunity attack? No, I'll take my chances with staying here.
Okay. It is at Hora's turn.
I got the cheat sheet. There's the cheat sheet. Yeah, I think they're gonna go for the dude who just tried to go for them.
Fair.
Well, just did go for them. So what is stagger? What does staggered affect what I need to do at all?
Staggered is on a different guy.
Staggered is on this guy, which is the one I was going for.
Oh, yes, sorry, I was still thinking about Renza. No, it does not affect anything, yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, cool. We have got a 23 and an 18.
Okay,
To hit.
neither of those are gonna hit.
Oh.
no.
Huh. Right, because the spell was a touch attack.
Mm-hmm. Different ACs. Sorry, my love.
That's fine.
Anything else for them?
No, I think. Sorry, thinking. Somewhat underneath the table, I think, to clear way for other people.
Okay.
That looks like a table. It might not be, but
It's like a little table, yeah.
yeah, somewhat underneath table.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Ellis.
Okay, cool. So the middle guy's asleep. I guess I'll aim for this guy on the right. I'll just use my crossbow. There's nowhere I can really hide, is there?
You don't really know what's down this hallway, but there's not a whole lot, like, as the positioning currently is, no.
I didn't think so. That's fine. So I'll just shoot with my crossbow. I'm comfy where I am. That is a plus. Oh, please tell me that. Oh, thank God, that was a 7, not a 1. I rolled 14. Does 14 hit?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'll just hang out.
Hanging out.
Yep.
The frog also does not exist. The frog is the party marker.
I know.
Okay, just as a reminder for folks, because we have not been here for a bit. Asha.
I would like to start my turn by apologizing because I forgot that my Inspired Rage starts at the beginning of combat. So I forgot to remind everybody about bonuses and benefits. So sorry, homies, that exists right now. And then what would I like to do? I mean, here's the thing. Which one of these homies looks like it would have a bad day if it suffered? Can I get a fortitude save from this gent right here?
You sure can.
I would love a fortitude save from that gent right there.
He's gonna roll a 12?
What sucks to be you, bestie. He's going to take some damage because I'm screaming at you.
Of course.
Because what else can I say? It is a total of 8 points of what kind of damage? Sonic damage, which is pretty shit damage, and you are dazed.
Dazed, okay.
Dazed. Get status effect, idiot.
This is the one that I hate, right?
Yeah, sorry. Ear-piercing scream, my beloved. It's legitimately my best first level spell, and you're welcome. And
hate beloved. Is
smiley
know.
face. And then is there anything else I want to do? Not sure that there necessarily is. I think I'm just gonna chill right here.
Okay. Cypress.
Hi. A question. The one that's asleep, the bigger mummy dude. Should I attack?
He's not
this?
asleep. He's staggered.
Okay, staggered. Okay. I was wondering if me attacking him would be a problem.
No, that's not how, staggered is just he has a limited number of actions he can take.
Okay. Well, could I get into this space here? Or would I have to go around? Or could I, like, sidewalk it to get around here?
I'm not letting you do that. I'll let you get here, but I won't let you move through his space like that.
Okay.
Like, I'll let
Yeah.
you get here.
That would be fine. Well, you said to here?
I'm not gonna let you move directly through.
Oh, no, that's fine.
An enemy space. You can kind of like, dodge in a triangle, but I won't let you move straight through him.
Like that would be the way I'd have to do that, right?
That, or you could like into Adhara's space and up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Adhara's slightly under the table anyway, so...
You can move through allied spaces as long as you're not stopping there. You cannot move through enemy spaces with an asterisk if they're like weird size comparison. Pathfinder has rules for it, but if you're the same size, you can't.
Gotcha. Well,
But you
Either way,
can
I'm
cross through
not-
Adhara's space to get to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Okay, I asked these questions like I was gonna move, but I realized that if I move, I'm not gonna get all of my attacks at the moment. So I'm just gonna. Sickle is out, and I'm going to do 2 attacks on the one next to Renza here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Get it out of the way. So. First sickle
Remember your
attack we're
rage,
gonna
bestie.
use. Yes. Rage adds 2, right? Or what? I forget.
Does it add 2? That's a great question.
Rage adds +1 at the moment.
It will add +2 at level 8.
Okay. +1 rage. And that brings my AC down by 1, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you.
Who's a pretty
Well,
kitty?
first attack is gonna be a... These are power attacks as well. So... First one is... 22 to hit.
Yep.
Alright, and the second one...
Hello, darling.
is a
Are you done?
19 to hit.
Want munchkin?
That'll hit.
Cool. So that's 2d6, and then my modifiers. Oh, I get extra. Oh, Jesus Christ, those are really bad rolls. I gain +1 to melee. Okay, good. I'm gonna need it. Jesus Christ. I rolled a 1 and a 2 on the die. So that would be.
Oof.
10, 11. And then. So that would be 23 points of damage for both attacks.
Okay.
That's like the lowest I could do with both of those attacks. This is sad.
Me, why did I pick enemies with such high HP counts? Cypress.
This is what me having 2 attacks does. I think
Power
that's...
attack sexy.
Yeah. I think that's all I can do, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could take a 5-foot step, but you'd only have to move like down, because that's the only place you could go. Or you could go there technically, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I kind of want to bait this guy, so I'm gonna stay there. Keep him from killing the squishier person.
Motherfucker's turn. He is staggered, which means he can only take a limited number of actions.
Come on, why is my phone being temperamental?
Okay.
I want to turn off the camera because I didn't want to keep my phone propped to let you keep seeing Jasper.
He's gonna take a 5-foot step. No, he's just gonna go for Cyrus where he's at. Hi.
He could keep going for the snake.
The snake went under the table. He doesn't have a good intelligence.
No, I'm
And
sorry.
I did just grab him and cause him harm.
Yeah. That is going to be a 37.
Whoa.
What
To
do
hit.
you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Can you make me a fort save, please?
That's 20 full numbers above my actual AC.
Jesus.
That's a 1. I'm putting this
Okay.
dice
No,
away. This dice is the one that rolled the 1 on that Alex will save on Friday.
So
Throwing it
you're
away.
gonna
Going in
take
the bag.
You're gonna take 17 points of damage.
Cool.
And as it sort of slams its body into you, you kind of stagger underneath of it, and you feel
Oh, I'm
like
down.
Oh, you're down?
Oh, I'm down.
Okay.
Silence.
Okay.
Didn't we heal everyone up after the first encounter?
No.
If we did, I wasn't told.
I don't remember.
And I have con damage, and my con is shit already. So my total
Yeah.
HP right now is a 24, and I had 15.
Ouch.
Normally it's a little bit better, but I have a negative con modifier right now.
So you all
So I'm
watch
down.
as this thing sort of like slams its upper body into Cywus and sends Cywus kind of sprawling. And you see kind of like where you can kind of see, particularly Asha, you can see where he hits the ground, the places where some of the like dust is kind of clinging to him. You are unconscious.
Yep.
Make a fort save. What's your
Wow.
current total negative HP? Like -2?
-2, yeah. So 12.
Okay.
No, actually that's 11. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay.
You do not lose another HP.
Okay.
It's their turn. This motherfucker can't do shit. This one is going to sort of stagger their way over towards the next target they can see. Hello, small gnome.
Well, I'm just a little guy, and it's my birthday.
Actually, no, he can just make it, yes.
You wouldn't attack a little guy on his birthday.
Yes, they would.
RD poopers.
Concept of
yeah.
birthdays.
33?
Jesus fuck.
Actually, my AC is a 64 right now, so you're nowhere near the mark. Yeah.
You're gonna take 14 points of damage. I need a fort save from you.
Fortunately, I'm a sexy bitch and I get a bonus on a fort save. I'm not that sexy of a bitch because I rolled a 2 on the dice. Okay. Hold on. So 14 damage, so I'm taking 8 of that because I had temporary hit points because I am a sexy bitch.
Yeah.
And that total on the fort save, my character sheet just logged me out. My affirmations are not working. Homies, we are in a crisis.
I am offering a very small, very confused kitty as compensation for the agonies that my fiance is inflicting.
I can't even look at a cat because my character sheet is broken. Fuck. Okay, what's my fort save? Okay, so that's gonna be a total of 10
Okay.
on my fortitude save, which is a bit of an L, boys. I won't lie. That's not a great total, but I'm doing my best.
All right. Okay. Again, this thing kind of swipes at you, and you feel like its hand kind of like scrape across your shoulder, and it kind of burns almost.
Homies. That's not cute.
Renza.
Ah! Okay. Like exactly none of this, but fortunately, I can now be. I can now do casting because the warding weapon will deflect opportunity attacks it takes on me. So I'm gonna corrosive touch, which this is a touch attack. Get a plus 10 to this. $21 against touch.
That'll hit.
Okay. 3, 4, 5. You cap out at 5, don't you?
What type of damage is it?
Acid.
Okay.
That's one of Renza's only damage types. Yeah, caps out at 5d4, which is annoying, actually. Ooh. 13 points of acid damage.
Okay. It's not looking happy. Or at least as unhappy as you think a mummy can look.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not particularly happy either, so I guess we're both wrong. And I currently cannot move, so I'm just gonna hang out here.
Adhara.
Biting, tearing, chomping violence.
So true.
Alright.
Someone emerged from under the table, and they're gonna go for this one
Mm-hmm.
to try and deal with it. To try and deal with that right now problem, and then we can have other people deal with the. And they have got the rage active. We have got a 19 and a dirty 20.
Both of those will hit.
Okay, thank fuck. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we have. I should have delineated which dice for which. So we've got, words, sorry. 13 points of magical piercing.
Okay.
7 points of magical bludgeoning, and 6
kill
points of fire.
You kill it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's step 1.
This mummy kind of like crumbles a little bit under Adhara's attacks and ends up kind of a pile of decaying body and wrappings.
Cool. That's step 1. Unfortunately, their priority is protecting Renza, so while they could 5-foot step to go give Cyrus some backup, they're just gonna hang out near their person.
Cypress kill.
Elith.
Okay. Well. How far away does something have to be for me to shoot it without penalty?
More than like 5 feet. Like you're good for anything in the room right now, as long as you're
Cool.
not like in melee with it.
Cool, I'm gonna shoot the guy that's attacking Asha.
All right.
This time. Okay. That is... I rolled 14 again. That's so annoying.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. There's nowhere I can really, like, go. I guess I'll back up. Now I'm under the frog. I'll be under the frog. I guess that's it.
Asha.
Okay, homies. Here we go. I have the strat. By which I mean... I'm just going real quick. Right over this way. And we're gonna cast... I mean, I guess I could... Cybus, how sad are you right now? Very sad, right?
I mean, I'm
Cyrus is
unconscious on the
unconscious.
floor.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
unconscious on
but
the
like...
floor, so a little...
A little
not
sad,
that
like-
sad. Not
Like,
that
just a
sad.
skosh, right?
Just a skosh.
Like,
I could
okay.
get sadder and be fine.
You could get sadder and be fine. Okay. Well, I'm still gonna cast Path of Glory and light up these 4 squares. Because I just think my homie deserves it. And Path of Glory will heal you. If I open the correct spell description. When you end your turn in the square. Here's a question, Parker. Do you consider unconscious allies to automatically accept the rage?
No.
No. Okay. In which case, you're going to heal a point of damage at the end of your turn, which makes this less effective. But it's fine.
Better than healing none.
It's
Yeah,
better than
true.
healing none. It's not...
You are going
Ideal.
to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, well, so is a lot of people. I just healed 2 points by way of Scalded Vigor as well, just to keep you updated on my hit point total, because that's a thing that will happen. But make your attack.
20?
A 20 does
No,
hit,
wait,
yeah.
16. 16, sorry.
A 16 against my regular boy AC. Ah, fuck, my regular boy AC -1 because I'm raging does hit, yes.
Sorry.
You're valid, I guess.
The good news is you no longer need to make me fortitude save. The bad news is you're taking 18 points of damage.
That's nothing for a sexy bitch like myself. I can't do math. Reverse math is hard. Travis Willingham was correct.
He's so correct.
This is true.
Oh, wait, that's more damage than I thought it was. Okay. Okay, boys, okay.
Yeah, when you said that, I was a little...
Wait, but I'm also still standing on the Path of Glory, so I end my turn. I end my
And
turn
immediately go back up.
and
At
heal.
least 6.
I heal 7 more points of damage, so I'm fine. I mean, I'm not great, but I'm doing. I'm legitimately sexy as fuck. Okay, we're good. Sorry for the ups and downs, the roller coaster. What can I say? I don't know what's happening at any time ever.
God mood.
Oh wait, no. In Parker, okay, in the text it does say unconscious allies automatically accept the song. I thought that was a homebrew thing, but it does say that.
Oh, okay. In which case, congratulations.
Okay, so Cybus, at the end of your turn, you're gonna be Big Gucci and heal 7 points of damage. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's the Asha turn. Sorry for the sorry, I'm not very coordinated tonight. I'm doing my best.
You got trained today.
I got a lot of things today. I took a danger zone nap today. Anyway, that's my turn. Carry on.
Okay. Cypress.
Hello? I want to kill.
Hello.
You can 5-foot step and kill.
Yeah. I'll still get my 2 attacks, correct? Or is it just the...
Yes.
If you 5-foot
Yeah.
step, you will get.
I'm gonna power attack this motherfucker. Die. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know if I'll do enough damage. First one is gonna be Opal, second is the Purple Heart. So that's 18 plus 10, so 28 to hit for the first.
Yep.
And then for the second one, I
Which
roll a
one are
little
you going
less. The second one...
This one. Yeah.
No,
okay.
I'm not,
Wait, which
I'm
one
not
are
hitting
you
that one. I'm
aiming
hitting
for?
this one. The larger one.
Okay.
The staggered one. Sorry.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And the second roll was a 17 to hit for the second roll?
Sorry, no.
Damn it. Okay. That's fine. I tried. But anyways, that's a d6 plus 10, so... I'm gonna use the tea room dice. God, stop giving me tattoos, dang it! So that's... So that would be 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm so sorry,
that's
did you
the
just say
Cypress.
stop giving me tattoos, damn it?
No, stop giving me 2s. I rolled a 2 on the 6.
Oh.
And the last time I rolled a 1 and a 2, so I'm rolling real shit tonight.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing?
There's a feature in Pathfinder that lets you re-roll damage dice, right? Surely there is. I might have to get that. Anyways, I think that's the
Technically,
end of
yes, it's
Cypress'
called hero
turn.
points, but they don't exist in this game.
Oh, shit. Well... Anyways, that should be my turn, I believe.
This thing doesn't like you.
Me?
Yeah.
Why would it not like me? I'm a likable guy.
It's going to step in the path of glory because it's so stupid and it's going to take 7 points of damage immediately.
Oh, do I heal
God
also?
bless.
Oh yeah, you
yes,
do
you
heal at the
heal.
end of your turn. 7 points of damage. That's just for my
Yay.
bestie.
Thank you.
My bestie and also everybody else.
Bestie is in
It's
blur.
going to make an attack against you, Cypress.
Okay. One moment.
I keep rolling banger. I'm so sorry. 35?
Yeah, yeah. My AC is usually pretty good, but that's worse.
20 points of damage, and I need a fort save.
Okay, 20 points, you said?
Yes.
Alright, let me see, hold on. None of that is cold, electricity, or fire, correct?
Nope.
Did
It's
you-
all
Okay.
just fuck.
Have
Fuck
you
you,
already
damage.
used your 6 temporary hit points from the rage?
No, but I can now. That is correct.
Yes. Reduce that shit by 6.
Yep.
Hi, Manus. What you
I
doing?
had that in my sheet, I just didn't... I put the wound stuff first. Hold on.
Hey,
I'll,
Manus.
I'll roll my thing in a
What's
second,
up?
hold on.
Also, don't
So
forget you
that
get a
would
bonus
be-
to fortitude saved
You said
when
fortitude,
you're
right?
raging.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a 21.
Oh.
Actually, no, a 22, because we get a +2, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, +1, but yes.
Oh, a +1.
Okay, good to know. Cyrus, make me a fortitude saving throw.
Yee. Natural 20.
Yo.
You are so fine, and now you are
Thanks.
conscious.
And
Yeah,
now I'm
you
conscious,
immediately
like-
go up to 5 hit points.
Josie, love.
Yes. Yes. Alright, I'm awake. I'm lying on the ground, but I'm awake. Let's go.
Cyrus,
Oh, there's a
love.
zombie guy.
It is unfortunately the end of your turn.
Yeah, I look up like, oh, hi, big mummy guy.
It is this guy's turn. It sees a funky little cypress in front of it.
Yeah.
And it's even stupider than its buddy.
Yeah. Get me, come on. You know you One Piece.
Dirty 20.
No. Actually, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, no. My AC is a 21 with the minus from the Raging Song, so no.
It tries to hit you, doesn't work.
Muscles
Renza.
too strong, can't bite through.
I'm checking one thing. Because if I can go against touch AC, I might summon little dudes instead of...
Little dudes?
That does not say it goes against touch AC, so I don't want to take the risk. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I'll keep it her active, but Renza is gonna skirt around and get here and is gonna reach out to lightly tap the mummy, and it cannot take an opportunity attack against me because of warding weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna roll against its touch AC.
Okay.
$26.
Yeah, that hits.
Grab these again. Hello, darling. What are you doing?
Bean cat.
We have a even 12 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Not me, because that's movement and standard action. And I do not have anything I can do as a swift action. Nanadhara is not going to do power attack because they want to try to more reliably hit. Which is a shame because I lose out on good damage. We have got a nat 20 on the bite.
Yeah.
And a 15 on the tail slap.
No.
That's fine. Because we have... Okay. I won't actually grab that dice. I'll grab that one. Now, would the elemental blood damage also get doubled in this? Yes, because it's not precision damage.
No, it's just a natural 20. You double fucking everything.
Precision damage doesn't, which is why rogues are balanced. But that is 10 points of magical piercing.
Okay.
And 12 points of fire.
Okay. When you bite and you see the sparks catch on the wrappings, they sort of... You know how quickly paper burns?
Yes.
Particularly thin paper burns. It's not quite paper, but it is very thin, very fine linen fabric, and it sparks and it catches, and by the time it loses steam, it has burned away a chunk of the wrappings, and you can see like burned, dried flesh on the inside. And it's gonna take some extra damage.
So it's vulnerable to fire. Got it.
Elith. Astois.
This.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize my mic was muted. I was coughing.
You're good.
Unfortunately, I have nothing of which to make fire with. Which is the one that just got lit on fire?
Still this one active. If you want to
that
take
one.
a shot on something that you...
This guy,
The big
I've
guy.
been trying to hit this whole goddamn time. I guess I'm just... I gotta hit him at some point, right?
Mm-hmm. Roll
Did I
your
roll
attack.
anything other than a 7? I keep rolling 7. Okay, that's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, cool. Finally, I can fucking... Let's see if any of that... No, that's a thrown weapon. Crossbow doesn't count as thrown weapon. Okay, that's fine. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to make sure I was reading that correctly. That is... 6 points of damage to that guy.
It's in melee with a friend, so you get your precision damage.
Oh, I get sneak attack on that?
Yep.
Oh, fuck yes. Okay. So we're at 6, and then... Is that the... I'm missing my D6 from this set. Okay.
No.
Oh. That's fine. I have a backup set for Elith. Ooh! So, 12 plus... That's 17. Wow. 22 points of damage.
Fuck him up!
Okay.
I rolled a 6 and 2 5s. And then my 6 on the original die. Dabbed 22 points of damage to him. And that's my turn.
His sort of eyeless head turns as if he's dead. He's not dead. Turns as if looking for where the shot came from. But he is stupid as hell. So, Asha.
That's me. How are the rest of my homies doing, for the record? Just curious.
Kinda ouch.
I'm chilling.
Joe, you know what I bet you want?
Me and Hara would both love Path of Glory.
Oh, you know what you're about to get?
Get gloried, idiot.
Get gloried, idiot, except my
Gloried idiot.
computer no work. Homies? Well, that's not what I was trying to do, but okay, you get half a Path of Glory box. And Hara gets a whole one. I'm so sorry, bestie. I was trying to do it correctly and it just wouldn't click.
It's fine, it's fine. Renzo only gets half there. Renzo only gets 3 hit points at the end of the turn. It's fine.
And I'm going to... actually, I can expand it more, which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna expand it out one this way. I have no idea where my other homie is, but I'm gonna give Cybus maybe some space to back up if he can. And I'm gonna 5-foot step. And I want a fortitude saving throw.
Okay. Um, 19.
19 does win. That's not the right terminology, but you know what I'm talking about, but you will still take half damage on this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7 points of damage. I rolled better this time. 7 points of sonic damage. You're not, unfortunately, you don't get status affected, idiot, but you do take 7 points of sonic damage.
Cypress.
Hi. So these two here would count as adjacent to each other, correct?
Yep.
Talk about
I'm gonna do cleave. So I can strike 2 adjacent foes with a single swing. I don't know if I can do that along with a power. Can I do that with a power attack? I can't remember.
Yep.
Yep.
You sure fucking can, buddy.
Can I also do it with both attacks? Or is it just the once?
I'd have to check the wording of cleave. One second.
Hold on. You strike 2 adjacent foe. Here, hold on. At start action, you make a single swing as your full base attack bonus against a foe within reach. If you hit, you deal damage normally and can make an additional attack using your full base attack bonus against the foe.
Yeah, I think it's you only make the one attack.
Oh, yeah. You can only make 1 additional attack per round with this feat. Okay. So it's just the one on the one, but
if you hit, you deal damage normally and make an additional attack using your full base attack bonus against a foe that is adjacent first.
Okay. I'll still get my second attack.
So it is reliant on hitting.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. But I'm gonna go for the big guy first. I'm not gonna use my heart dice, because those fucked me over the first time. So, sickle power attack. Opal is the first one. Opal was a 19 plus 9, or technically 10. So a 29, right?
I'll hit, yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh god, I rolled 2 19s. What the fuck?
The other one will hit.
Yeah, oh god, what do I do here? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna do the d6s first.
If you're accepting the rage, you can also give those elemental damage.
So that would be... Hold on, I gotta write this down. So that's... That was... 14... and... Oh, I'd need to make one more roll for, actually, the second one, right? Like the,
Yes, you do need to make an attack roll against the second one.
Yes. I'll roll one more die. That's a 16 plus 9? Or 10, technically, so 26.
That'll hit, yeah!
God damn.
God. Oh my god!
Good for him.
Oh, sniper kill!
Good boy, Cypress.
So that's... Okay, so I have to... So the first one, like the big attack, the first attack on this guy here, was the opal dice. That's 14 points of damage.
Okay.
The other one that was the cleave for this one was 15. And
Okay.
my other my second attack that only gives me the little bit of whatever for my second sickle attack thingy was a 12.
Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna hit either of them.
No, not to hit, that was damage.
Oh. Damage
I-
to which one? Sorry.
So this one, the one between me and Cyrus, that one got
Yes. Okay.
a total of
The
26
extra
points
12?
of damage.
Okay.
And then the
He's
one...
not looking happy at all.
Yeah, and the one below me got 15. Because of the cleave.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to do an attack into that one.
Cypress, you've taken some pretty big chunks out of it. It's gonna try one more swing at you.
Sure.
25.
That'll hit.
Make me another fort save.
Okay.
and take 19 points of damage.
How many? 19?
Remember, and you just healed 7.
Yep, I had already factored that in. Thank you. Oh wait, another 7?
Oh, just 7.
Just the
for
once?
Path of Glory.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, at the end
No,
of your
that's okay.
turn, you would have healed 7.
Oh, each turn?
Yeah, each turn.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
As long as you
Thank
get
you.
on the thing.
Gotcha, that makes sense. Okay, thank you. So 16 plus 9, or technically 17 plus 9. What's that for fortitude?
Whatever it is, it
26.
passes.
Yay. Finally
Cyrus.
rolling good on fortitude fucking saves. Jesus.
The mummy in front of you is really starting to fall apart.
I get up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try frigid touch again.
Okay.
Mm, 15. I think that's not enough.
No, it'll hit against touch. Yep.
Oh, against touch? Ah.
Yep.
Okay. So, give me price. That is 11 points of damage, and it is staggered for a round.
And it's dead.
Yay!
Okay.
Yes.
It's staggered for the rest of its life.
Staggered for the rest of its life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Killing him.
Killing him.
The most successful stagger.
Another swing at Cypress. Fuck. The last attack this man will ever make in his undeath. 21.
That's just my AC.
Alright. Oh, right, one dice. Make another fort. And take 17 points of damage.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do some math. I passed this fortitude too. I rolled a 17 again. On the dice. So what was the damage for this?
17.
Okay. I might be down. Hold on. I don't. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, just barely. Okay, we're still up. We're good. I've got 4 hit points left.
I believe in you, buddy.
Renza.
All right. Would I be able to use my crossbow at this angle, or would I have to? Move.
If you took a 5-foot step here, you'd be fine.
In that case, I will, sorry. And we'll do a ranged touch attack with Acid Splash.
Okay.
17. Thank fuck.
What'd you say?
17
Yeah, that hits.
against touch.
Against touch, yeah.
Now, I don't have a D3, so I'm rolling this. Three points of acid.
Okay. Still standing.
Not 489. 48. I accidentally hit both the 8 and the 9 when I was adding the hit points.
Okay. It It currently has a total, it has taken a total of 48 points of damage. And so you were like, not 148, 48. And I was like, how the fuck?
No, I said not 489. Because Ramsey is now at 48 hit points.
Yeah, but you had said, 48 as, and I was like, how the fuck did you know how much damage I just wrote down?
I did.
I was so fucking shocked and scared.
Right. 5 foot step, biting. Biting and smack her with the tail.
Go for it.
If I can avoid throwing my dice.
Interrupt my tail? Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, we have a 24 and a 16.
24 and a 16?
Yes.
The 24 hits.
Okay. That's fine. Grey dice. For 10 points of magical piercing.
Okay. And
I'm not
it is
adding
dead.
any elemental damage this time because I think I've used all of the uses of elemental damage I can.
And I'm just gonna kill it because it has 2 HP left, and I'm gonna be real. I just got hit over the fucking head with some symptoms. So,
Oh no, buddy.
congratulations, you solved my mummy puzzle.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Puzzle solved.
Winning.
We did it.
Besties, stay in the path of glory, and you will get healed for a total of, let me do a little math real quick. From this point on, you will be healed an additional an additional 28 hit points. Yes.
Fantastic.
As the mummies kind of lay in dusty, linen piles, the altar looking, yes, 28 HP total. The altar looking sort of messed up, but still relatively intact, and all of you able to grab healing as you need it. What would you like to do?
Can I have a bit of a look at the altar and the mummy? I think the altar first.
Okay.
And Lorenzo might kind of ask at her if any of this means anything to them, or if they recognize any of it.
So first off, you have another bundle of moderate valuables among the items on the altar. As you are able to see a collection of various mummification tools. So they look kind of odd, but they are very strongly made metal tools of various shapes, sizes, and purposes. Even if some report may not mummify people themselves, this is good metal.
Yeah. Okay.
They all seem very utilitarian, though. They're not super decorated. They're not inscribed with anything, and I think that's what Adhara points out, that they are distinctly non-ritualistic.
Yeah.
As for the mummies themselves, congratulations, you get a handout.
Yo.
Me when the mummy wrappings are supple. Sorry.
Supple and
Sorry.
soft. They are also soft.
They are supple and soft. They're both supple and soft. What more is there to say?
Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I wonder if that's still possible.
Hmm.
Joe, like, interesting implications for how the immortality works. PK on the side, capitalism.
Yeah, I love that you knew exactly what was going on in my brain right there. I didn't even say words out loud.
Capitalism's fucked. Like, we already knew this was coming.
Yeah, but good God, Joe. I mean, come on. The capitalism is just so. They keep putting capitalism in that fucking Nudora.
So true.
And by they, I mean, it's Parker. Parker is doing this. Okay. This is so fucked up.
I love our different priorities, PK.
This is so fucked up, Joe. Look at this shit.
It is deeply, deeply fucked up. It is not surprising, though, considering the everything else. So, I am choosing to focus on the thing that has fascinating little implications rather than the, what if we set the whole thing on fire because this is late-stage capitalism if given access to magic?
I want to... No, I can't do that right at this moment. I'll save it for another time. Here's the thing. I just had the thought of, like, what if we try really hard to not come back? That wouldn't work because this isn't real resurrection. Because that's what this is. They could still reject it.
Yeah.
But at our point, I don't think we could. And the only way to test it would be to die. Possibly permanently, which I'm not ready for yet. But
we
I
are
also
too attached to these blowers.
No, I mean Asha just in general as a person isn't ready for that stage in their life yet. Oh yeah, because I mean, here's the thing: the people like the fucking desiccated shopkeeper up top over, wherever the fuck that was. Like, that's not a life worth living. If you could stop living that, wouldn't you?
Right.
So I don't think you can stop living. But back then they had the ability to reject it at least a little bit.
Which has some interesting implications.
When did we lose the ability to choose to stay dead?
Yeah.
What stage of the game?
Who did it? Who done it?
Gracious mother, what the fuck? Come on, let's talk about this.
Gracious mother, god damn it! This is
Cyrus, there's a weird sort of burning, like, in the skin underneath your shirt. And Asha, your shoulder still does not feel great, even with the length of time you spend standing in the path.
Uh-oh, homies.
Oh, no.
Cybus literally just, like, pulls at their shirt and just kind of, like, looks down. looks down at their chest. Does it look weird?
Well, yes and no. No, it doesn't look odd in that it is not grotesque. It is not bad, but it's odd because you can still see kind of the place where it clearly clawed at you. Which is odd only because you've been standing on this sort of bit of healing from Asha for a second now, and that should go away. But it's not.
I don't like that.
Homie, can I detect
Yeah.
magic on my own body?
Sure you can.
I would like
I have
to detect magic on my own
check.
body.
I need to check the text of detect magic.
That shit's in the chat.
Oh, thank you. Just as I was pulling up a webpage myself. But thank you. Your shoulder is giving off a small aura, yeah.
Okay.
Can I cast detect? Go ahead. Sorry.
Is Cybus also given a little aura moment?
Yep. Right around the middle of the abdomen, where Cybus can see the wounds.
Can I cast detect poison on myself?
Sure, that comes up clean.
Cool.
Oh no, a curse?
Can I see anything on Adhara? Like, mechanically, I know that
No,
something's up, but
I mean, outside of the normal little bit of like magic you can see as a summoned creature, no.
Huh. Interesting.
You don't see any on Cypress either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yourself, for that matter.
Can I study this shit long enough to make a knowledge arcana check to determine the school of magic?
Sure. Yeah, of course. Make an arcana check.
My arcana check just went up to a plus 12, I believe, which is pretty weak for my overall, ability, but like doing my best here. Yeah, it is a plus 12. That's a 28.
Yeah, that's
I was
good
pretty
enough.
happy with a plus 11.
Well,
At first, all you can tell is that it's necromantic, sort of, in nature. But it kind of clings. It sort of, not to steal your shit, PK, but like almost like a glob of something that's kind of clung to the skin and around the places of these wounds. Seems dark. Seems like it'd be really hard to pull off.
is there anything, is there any vibe from the mummies? The remains of the mummies, I should say.
Yes and no. No, not in the way that you would usually expect for an undead, or in specifically even a mummy, because normally that shit like lights up just bright with necromantic energy, even when it's dead and it's starting to dissipate. Like, it is saturated all the way through it.
Yeah.
The way I would describe the way the necromantic magic is in sort of the way that the remains are, because it's not powderized, not entirely, right? There's still large parts of the body intact. What's your medicine score?
Oh, my medicine score, buddy, is a legit. It's the only skill I have that is a flat 0.
All right. In which case, does anyone else who has detect magic up? So Renza, do you have a medicine skill?
I have even worse than Ashe, and that's not something I put in that horror. I can actually. I think I can summon something that's got heal.
No, I was just trying to figure out if I could use the metaphor I wanted to, and
Yeah.
make it make sense that the character would think of it. But no,
I mean, I could get detect magic up. I've got a decent heal.
The way the necromantic energy is for Renza and Asha, it looks as though it's sort of shot through in sort of a not a spider but almost like a Lichtenberg style.
Yeah.
Cybus, if you pull it up as these other two are discussing this sort of weird sight, the thought that comes to your mind is like a blood infection.
Oh.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
It's not inherently part of the body of the thing. Almost like it's gotten in and burrowed and become infected.
Get infected, idiot.
I think those guys gave us infections.
What's an infection? Sorry, I just made a snap decision about my 0 heal check.
Yeah.
So funny. I love
It's
Asha
just a
and Nudora.
theory. A germ theory.
It's when Cybus looks thrown. Well, it's when you get hurt. But then you get a different kind of hurt. Like stuff gets in your wound or whatever, and like a typical infection, stuff gets in your wound or whatever, or is on whatever hurt you, and then you just get like sick because of it.
Explaining the concept of germs to Asha.
Uh-huh. Okay. I get it.
So that's why it's, if you ever get hurt, you gotta like clean it and take care of it, because if you don't, you can get an infection. And those are really good at killing you, and they're not fun to die to. So can't recommend.
So we have those right now.
Well, it looks kind of like it. It reminds me of one, like in your blood.
Are these things visible to us, like the naked eye, or no?
No, this is entirely magical in a way.
Okay. My herbalism
Magic
skill
infection.
will not help you here.
die, we die.
Yeah, sure.
It's not bad. I know you haven't done it yet, but it's really fun.
Okay.
I'm getting big, unconvinced energy from Cyrus.
Cyrus is not convinced.
I think Cyrus is correct.
This is anti-Asha prejudiced.
You can enjoy. Asha can enjoy dying all it wants.
And it does.
Do we want to press forward and hope for the best, or is there a way to potentially suppress it?
I don't know if we can do much about this one.
Do I know anything about magical infections?
Roll an Arcana or a heal.
Do I have good at any of them? Not really. I'll try heal. No, that's an 8. Fuck.
You don't know much, except that they're bad fucking news.
Several people have already tried. Could I try? I get if it's a no.
I'll let you do it.
Okay. That's a I rolled a 16 and I have a +5. That's a 21
Yo.
for heal.
Okay. So... The thing about magical diseases and magical infections is that there are largely two types. There's one that if you have to pick, you want this one. Because it is just more akin to a disease that happens to have like a magical element to it for whatever reason. And this can largely be cured with either magical healing or sometimes even herbalistic healing, depending on the particular disease. They can be a little... they're not even necessarily always nastier than non-magical ones. It's just that it happens to be a little, happens to have a magic sprinkled in there, right? It's a disease that comes from a magical creature, or it is a resulting illness from taking a spell damage, that kind of thing,
Okay.
And then you have magical diseases that double as curses.
Oh no.
And that shit sucks.
Is that this?
They tend to be really nasty. They tend to be extremely hard to get rid of. And a lot of times they are fatal.
Is that what we think this is?
Oh man, okay, just from my own Pathfinder knowledge, I've just realized we're fighting mummies. We probably just got fucking mummy rot, didn't we?
Yeah.
I know you can't answer that, but God, I'm a fool. I don't know why I was confused.
Oh no, is Cyrus gonna die?
Oh my god. I mean, I didn't take any damage, so I'm good if y'all want to die and I can watch the pool.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
Cypress
too
is
sexy
fine
to die.
too.
You have to understand this.
Well, bitch, it's time to get unsexy.
I could try an experimental
I
cure.
think this disease will do real good at making you unsexy.
I could try an
Considering
experimental
it's
cure.
called mummy rot.
The problem with diseases that are also curses is that most of the time you have to find a way to lift the curse before you can cure the disease.
Yeah.
Can we look through the, like, stuff, like, here to see if there might be a way that talks about, like, curses or something?
Honestly, this is something they would do. You'd think that they would have a way to prevent it from taking root in people who shouldn't have this curse. So,
I mean, you can make a roll. Make a perception check.
Okay. My perception is... that would be a 28.
Well, there are some things here that have text on them. You can't read them.
I'm grabbing them. Anything that might make my brain go, my caretaker may have thought this was, maybe interesting or something. Whatever his brain thinks, might be useful in the situation. He's gonna bring them to Renza because you're the one that... Or no, it was Asha that could read stuff.
yeah. Ash is the one who can read stuff. Renza just creates little dudes.
Yeah. Maybe something here can lift whatever's going on with you.
What's the name of my spell? Comprehend languages on that shit. Sorry, the brain.
Okay, so I'm gonna spare you all some of the details on this because a large part of this is how to perform mummification 101. Which baby Parker had an ancient Egypt special interest and knows far too much about the process of
Same,
mummification.
dude, fucking same. That knowing about mummification was the most important thing for my young self to know.
So true.
So if you know about how mummification happens,
Yeah.
you know how mummification happens, and I'm not gonna curse out anybody else with that knowledge.
Yeah.
Google it on your own time. I'm not gonna sit here on recording and explain the gory details of mummification.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm gonna go into hyperfixation mode later and relook it up.
Yeah.
So there's that. There is some bits here about, like, maintaining proper sterilization, making sure, you're not getting anything from the bodies. Dead bodies are actually shockingly disease-free initially, and then as decomposition takes over, that changes. So, how to be careful with that. But you can't find anything specifically about this idea of sort of this specific type of magical disease. Parker is cursed with medical facts, okay?
I know.
Parker doesn't want the medical facts, but Parker
I
has
know.
them.
Yeah.
I am gonna just say, okay, so the bad news. This will not help us for this. It will help us if we want to mummify things, which I might. That sounds fun. But the good news
is that there are, I hear at least, ways to at least stop curses temporarily, suppress them,
Okay.
pause them, if you will, in their tracks, which can be very, very useful in circumstances where you don't want to be undergoing a curse. And fortunately, I've never done it before, but I think that I probably can. And I'm going to use my spell kenning to cast Abeyance on Cybus, which is... I'll just paste the text as well. It does say
All right.
things like lycanthropy that require both remove curse and remove disease. So if this
Yes.
is mummy rot, which I know you have not confirmed, but it would still function for the 24 hours.
Yes. Yeah, Cybus, you feel that burning on your stomach kind of lessen and
Cool.
sort of fade.
Thanks.
We'll have to figure out a solution for that that's more long-term. I think I might just kill myself to get rid of it, but that doesn't seem like it's
Yeah.
your speed.
No. It is not.
I'll stick it out, though, for the first 24 hours so we see what happens to me, so we'll have an idea of what will happen to you.
Cool.
Cool. Good talk.
Yeah.
Shh.
I think Cypress does want to pick up some of those documents.
I
that
think Ash was my favorite character.
Yes. I think Cypress is gonna try and like gently collect the documents that were about what is now the internment processing that these things went through. Because I'm sure somebody would pay something for these, maybe, or at least it could be donated to a library.
Congratulations, mummification papers for you. Papers that I didn't expect to have to write a handout for, so you're not getting one.
That's so fine, buddy. I have all that information in my brain from my 9-year-old self.
Yeah. Dude, I went to the, like,
That shit lives rent-free.
I went to, like, the King Tut exhibit when I was a kid.
So did
Man.
I!
Yeah!
Man. We are shaking
Midwest,
hands.
all neurodivergent Midwestern children know is the King Tut exhibit at the Natural History Museum of fucking Indiana.
That's so
or
funny.
Indianapolis.
I literally went, so I went with once for field trip and then once on my own with I think my dad at the time, because we were in the cities and decided to go. Shout out.
Bruh, did y'all ever get to see the Bodies Revealed museum? That was so fucking cool when it was in my town.
No, it came to
Yes, I did. It was awesome.
It came to
So
the Mall of
cool!
America, but I never
I
went.
think I saw something about it, but I never.
I would go see it every day if I could. It's so cool.
I'm going right now.
I'm pretty
The
sure that
nervous
came to
system was
Mall
my
of
favorite
America,
part.
but I never got to go. I'm too busy.
Oh, okay.
I was just looking through all of my little dude options to see if I had anything.
Unfortunately, like I said, I don't feel bad about death effects. I also don't feel bad about giving you guys diseases.
That's big
Oh,
valid,
7.
Becky. I'm keeping Cybus alive.
I'm very glad that I grabbed the psychopomp though, because just immune to death effects and poison and disease.
I have to live until the end of the campaign. I can never die.
We're gonna try so hard
I'm
to keep
holding
you
out
alive.
for you.
Stay alive.
Adhara did fail a mummy rot It's mummy rot. Yeah, who gives a shit? Yo, it's fine.
You heard
Did
that.
fail a save once, and I was like, the snake has mummy rot in my little notes, and then you were like, Adhara's immune to diseases, and I was like, the snake does not have mummy rot.
The snake does not have mummy rot.
God.
That's really good.
Because they probably have enough knowledge that if they were suffering from it, they could have explained what the fuck it was.
Yeah, they've just been straight chilling.
Yeah. Yeah. Do we want to keep pushing on? Are we okay to push on, or do we want to?
I'm good.
I mean, I'm about. I don't know. I guess we can keep going.
I'm doing great.
So as you look down, particularly this hallway, you can see kind of this walkway that the wall here is collapsed, and you can see like the internal struts that had kept it up at one point. But you can just kind of see like leakage into the outside cave. And then down this way, you see a very long hallway, at the end of which is a small door, and you think you might see like a pool of water in there, like one of the made ones with the stone platform. So whichever way you wish to go.
I'm curious if the mummies are going to come out of the pool. I don't think they will based on the lore document, but we don't have that lore document in character.
Oh,
So I'm
fuck
curious if they will.
fuck diegesis. If you have a lore document, your characters know it.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay, but I think Wendy's still curious. Because, like, logically they wouldn't, but with everything else we've seen, who knows if that still applies.
Well, has anything been technically undead that we've met so far?
These things, but not anything in the village.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Anything prior to this?
Yeah, that's why I'm sort of curious, because the things in the village were dead, but they were still sort of alive. So I'm curious if things that are
Undead.
very much, yeah.
Huh.
We also might be able to get some more information from the pool.
Sip, sip, motherfuckers.
Slurp.
So you're heading down this hallway?
That's my vote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to snoop.
As you hit about here, you do see another break in the wall that goes outside, and I just want to point it out to you.
Yeah.
Take a
And then
peek.
as you...
Go
You
ahead.
should not be able to... As you hit this room with the pool, you can see it kind of open up into this sort of... into this space that...
Also, love, what layer are you on? Because we can't see you pointing or...
Ah, fuck. I am on the objects and tokens layer.
Huh, okay. No, that is where you should be. We just can't see you.
Huh. You can't see me, like,
Well, I can
hold,
see that.
click,
You can see you
make
clicking now.
circles. Okay.
Oh, I can't. Okay, what's
I
my
can't
computer
either. I'm gonna
doing?
reload. I will reload. Oh, the map just got way bigger.
Oh,
Hashtag girl?
Come on.
Okay.
Oh shit, yeah, it did.
I was like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm on the right layer. I have all the tokens, right?
I know. I think my dynamic lighting thing had been set to Asha and now got set to the frog. But the map looked like it was only a fraction of the size. Like I saw the white background outside the map, and then it just expanded to the full
weird.
size.
Yeah,
weird.
same.
Treating everybody.
I've had it this big the whole time.
Damn, Joe, we not special.
No, we're not. But that's okay.
And as you enter this sort of room here, it's kind of odd, whereas in other little chambers you had seen multiple corpses, or multiple places of burial. It seems like this small room only has this one up here. There's the pool in the center, and then a coffin propped up against the wall with a series of unlit and slightly melted candles around it. But notably, the coffin is sort of propped open, and inside you can see another person. It looks like a young woman. Long, sort of light-colored hair, wrapped in a funerary shroud that seems to be embroidered and embellished with details, though you can't quite make it out. And while she looks dead and slightly decaying, like many of the others, she looks shockingly intact. And then her head, where it is resting against the side of the coffin, picks up and looks at all of you. And Aelid, the first of the undead, steps out of her coffin. And that is where we're going to call session.
Bro.
Hello? What?
I'm excited.
For reference,
I feel like a fangirl. I'm so excited to meet her for real.
Same.
I didn't know this woman existed until 18 seconds ago, but fuck, I'm her biggest fan.
God, mood.
Oh no.